Hey everyone, happy to see you guys. How you all doing? We have some serious weather going on. I'm having fun because I love winter. But today I would like to talk with you about what language to choose if you're trying to learn a new language and you're interested going to Eastern Europe and meeting your soulmate, or maybe you just want to travel. So I would recommend probably learning Russian. And I am from Ukraine. I'm from Kiev, Ukraine. I would say Russian because the majority of people still, despite of nationalistic movement and so forth in Ukraine, speak Russian. And that will give you an opportunity to go also to Russia, and it's just more common, more used. Try to ignore all this negative stuff that's going on. We probably having the worst relationships right now with between Russia and Ukraine, and it's very sad because I love both countries. I feel related to both because when I was growing up, things were a lot different, and not only when I was growing up, even recently, when I was in college, some years back in Ukraine, we had people from East Ukraine, from West Ukraine, from Central Ukraine, and we were all coming along. So all going along. I'm forgetting. So we were doing fine, but unfortunately, our governments right now is, that situation isn't good. But it's not. This video isn't about that. It's about travel, meeting people, and the reason why I'm saying that because Ukrainian language is very specific. It will limit you only to people who speak Ukrainian, and a lot of Ukrainians, even those that are very nationalistic kind of, they are still speak Russian just because we grew up speaking that language. It's just how it is. I have nothing against Ukrainian. If you are curious and you want to learn something, go ahead. I'm just trying to be a little bit more practical. And I actually had an interview with Judah, the medical student, who is from, actually he's from Michigan, where I am right now, and he's in West Ukraine right now, learning medical program, and at the university in Ivano-Frankovsk, which is West Ukraine. And I would say exceptions. If you are planning to be in west of Ukraine, in western part, yes, it does make sense to learn Ukrainian. Only if that's you're planning to go there and you want to study there and so on and so forth. But if you going to central part, to Kiev, Odessa, or Kharkov, Russian would be better choice. Somehow I think it's, in a way, there is also more lessons to learn, more books for that, and I just think it's honestly making more sense just because of the amount of people you can reach speaking. Now, if you're this person that learns language easily, hey, maybe you can learn too, and tell me how it works for you. That would be interesting. Share your experience. I was very surprised when I was working out here at the gym, and this young kid comes to me, and young kid Judah comes to me, and he's an African American guy, and it was so funny because the last thing I expected to hear is he was asking me in Ukrainian how I was doing, and it was so much fun. We had so much laughter. What a great attitude he got. So yeah, that was awesome. I think he's learning some Russian too, and he's definitely getting out of comfort zone. So if you are one of those guys that can learn, that you maybe know 10 languages, you want to learn 2, go ahead. But if you're just trying to get one right, I would say go for Russian. It will also give you possibility. You can go to Belarus, to Russia, and to other post-USSR countries. All of them speak Russian. You know, if you go to Georgia, if you go to Armenia, if you go to Kazakhstan. So it's just really a wider variety. If you maybe date a girl from Western Europe and you just want to say her something pleasant, you know, you can learn some, you know, sayings or expressions. Unfortunately, again, we have probably the worst time in our relationships in between the countries right now, but I pray every day that it will get resolved. It really hurts. I love both, and I really pray for peace. I do every day. So anyways, guys, you share your experience. Tell me how things are going. If you're learning, maybe you can comment and recommend some programs, maybe CDs you listen in your car, whoever, you know, whatever experience you got. If you're succeeding with learning or you want to learn, go ahead and let's have a discussion, because, you know, language really opens up not just words, but it's a whole mentality. So much is into it, and it brings closer. Just imagine, you know, if I, you know, some people sometimes comment on my English and tell me how, you know, what mistakes I make and how I have an accent, and some people love it, some people don't. But just imagine if my English would be only limited to basics. I would never be able to express the depths of what's going on. So it took some work. I just didn't come to me. I spent a lot of time when I was in school, try to understand and learn the grammar. The grammar is extremely hard. So just think about, and for those, for, you know, some people that comment and tell me about my mistakes, just think about if the average person in US who speak fluent English, maybe like me or other, not perfect but fluent, if you could speak Russian like that, you know, or Ukrainian or Polish, you know, whatever, or French, just think about it, how much it would expand your vision, your mentality, how it develop your brain. I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just saying it's a hard work, it's persistence. But once you crack that code of another language, oh my God, it enriches your life. And if you're looking for a soulmate, it's definitely bring you closer. Even if, you know, the lady sees that, you know, you try and you learn and you doing your best in trying to get some knowledge and be able to speak even a little bit, or it warms the lady's heart. I can guarantee you that. If you can tell her that you love her in Russian, you can make her a compliment, or even have a basic conversation, it warms her heart. And also, guys, it gives you an understanding how hard it is really to learn it in depth, to learn it where you can really express yourself and to speak it so people actually understand what you're saying. So this way you will understand and appreciate the effort of the other person of, you know, going forward and learning. Several of my subscribers that I know personally are doing a wonderful job with learning Russian, and you know, Judah is learning Ukrainian. So I'm very impressed with that. And so again, guys, decide for yourself. I told you, you know, my vision, what's better to start with, but it's individual, depends on your plans, depends where you go, in which part, and on your personality, whether you are multi person that learns everything at once, or you like to concentrate on one thing and get it right. And if you do, then Russian for the beginning at least is better choice, and maybe later on you can add some Ukrainian as well if that's what you love, with the exception of the West Ukraine. So with that being said, guys, thank you. I'm having fun today. It's kind of a crazy day. It's Saturday, but I'm out and about doing my thing, and always happy to hear from you guys. I will see you next time.